Hey lovies, welcome to my channel, Craft Away with May. I'm May. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by to see what I have going on today. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back to hang out with me. I appreciate you also very much. On this channel, I love to do all things DIY and crafting. I love to do them on a budget. However, I do love to splurge at times. But no matter what I'm doing at the end of the day, I love to have fun while crafting. Now, if that's something that interests you, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. Just note those comments are always desired and not required, because you guys already know how much I love to chat with you guys after each video. So keep it coming, keep the love coming, so I can pour into you as well. All right guys, so I have a good video for you guys. It's a little bit different for me, and I wasn't taking a break from fall. I did incorporate like one fall project here, but I just needed a little bit of a switch up. So this is something I wanted to try on camera, and these are going to be some side tables in a high-rise piece, okay? And so before we get started, nobody actually guessed correctly on the last video, so there were no technical winners. But what it was I got a new desk, and I don't always show my full desk because I'm such a sloppy crafter. I shouldn't say sloppy, I'm a messy crafter. I get paint and stuff glue everywhere, so I usually have it covered up, but I do usually let the sides peek through. But in that case, and that's why I'm saying it's very subtle, you would have to really be paying attention to do it. And you guys did point out some good stuff. I was just like, wow, I didn't think about that. Yeah, that does kind of look new. But even though there was no winner, guys, keep watching, because I am gonna make an announcement about how I still am able to gift you guys something, okay? And it doesn't require any more work from you. It's already been done, selected everything, and I think you guys are gonna be very happy, okay? So I want to say thank you guys for doing that. Thank you for actually watching the video and commenting. It makes us feel good as content creators, because a lot of work going to these videos, and sometimes you just get like, is it worth it? Should I keep going? Am I really sharing good content? Like, a lot goes into it. So when you have beautiful people such as yourself taking the time to comment and play along in certain things, like, that just really makes it more rewarding for us. So I want to just say thank you from the bottom of my heart for doing that, okay? So like I said, stick around. I promise you guys won't be disappointed. You're going to actually be very happy, I think. I know several of you will be. But all right, so with our first project here, everything I was doing was pretty self-explanatory. What I'm taking is this wood piece. I had taken it, I got that from Daiso. It's like 25, it was like 18.75 inches, okay? So just a quarter shy of 19 inches, and I got it for $1.75, like I said. And I'm gonna be making this first table. Now this first one, guys, it did not turn out how I expected. And I gotta say, I was not, usually I'm like, oh, okay, I can work with it, but it just really, I had no good vibes coming from it once I finished. And mostly because of the napkin. So when I got this napkin, I was super excited because it was super thick, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be really nice to work with. And I've had it for some time, and because of all the fall and summer DIYs, I just never had the opportunity to incorporate in any of the projects. So I'm like, okay, now is a good time to do this. I have a little bit of break before some of my other collabs coming up, and so I'm lining this up. I was going to do it horizontally because this is a dinner napkin. It's a longer napkin, and it was going to leave some of the siding off, and I was like, I didn't like that, so I turned it vertical, and then I lined up another napkin with it just to make sure I could line up those veins together and make it seem seamless. Now the napkin it deceived me, guys. So what you see I'm doing there is removing those layers. It only had one additional layer, so it was a 2-ply, and I really thought it was a 3-ply because it's super thick. So I go to lay this out, and I will say my mistake my bad, is I should have earned this napkin out because it was so thick. But me being me was like, well, you know what, if I just take my time and really press it down, it won't show that much, the surface will still be smooth, because that's been my experience in the past. But this napkin, the texture of it was made with something different, some different type of fiber, because it just did not apply gracefully. That's the only way I could say. It just really just was a rough application. No matter what I did, you know, if I put too little glue, too much glue, it was just a rough application all over. So really right off the bat, I was just unimpressed with it. And that's rare for me, because I'm going to try to find the good in it all. And not to say it was horrible, but it just really did not perform how I thought it was. And this could just simply be that this is just simply not a napkin to decoupage with. That's totally what it could be. But I end up switching it up off camera, and you guys will see that. But all I'm doing here is going through the motions, doing the basic decoupaging, just putting down the Mod Podge, lining up the other napkin. And I was looking, I was like, oh, you know, you can't see the crease. It looks like one of the other I'm sorry, not the crease, the split in the napkins. It looks like the creases in the napkin already. And so again, I just was not okay with it. And I don't know. I don't know. I think it's just because the expectations were so high on it, and it was just a little disappointing. And you know, the napkin is doing what it's supposed to do. It's not supposed to be used for decoupaging at the end of the day. But anyway, so once I get it on there, I sand everything away with my finger sander there. I did get that off of Amazon. They have various styles of these, and I gotta tell you, it's a lifesaver on your hands, especially if your fingers do a lot of cramping. This does help a lot to get that paper off fairly quickly without using like a sanding block. In my opinion, you know, everybody use different tools for different reasons. So next I'm going in with some of that. I don't know why I was going to use this paint on there. Oh, no, I know why. I was going to use this. It's called Black Sequence. It's a metallic brand by FolkArt, but it was super thin, right? And so it just was not giving me what I needed. I needed a dark surface. So I decided to take some of this rich black paint from FolkArt. Now this is an old bottle I had. It's super thick because a lot of air have hit it. So once I paint these sticks, I do switch up and use the ink paint by Waverly. I was trying to avoid going through my boxes to pull it out, but at the end of the day I was like, I'm gonna need it because this paint is way too thick and it's just looking chunky. So this project was that project that just made, you know, things a little bit more difficult. I won't say difficult, it challenged me because I needed to figure it all out, you know. So, and I'm not afraid of a challenge. But anyway, so I had some more of the split wood dowels that I got from woodpeckers.craft. I added that to the side, thinking that was going to kind of amp it up a little bit. I'm taking some of these wood rings that I got from Dollar Tree, and as you see there, putting them in a trio set, kind of to resemble the Olympic symbol. But those are going to be the handles. And so I did paint those originally with black, and then I went over them with some silver color paint by Craft Smart, and it gave it more of that metal look, and it really tapped into the veining on this piece. So I am going to add those in after I add the legs. And so I just painted that in the ink. Those legs I painted in the ink color by Waverly. And all I'm doing here, guys, I'm using one of the sticks to create a spacer because I didn't want the legs to be right at the edge. I wanted to bring them in a little bit. And again, me being lazy, didn't want to get up and get the ruler, you know. So I was like, I'll just use this till I get to the last one, and then I'll figure that out when I get to that, you know. Like I'll what is it? I'll figure that out when it gets, I don't know how that little saying goes, but I'll figure it out when I get there, basically. That's what I did. So what I'm using is some of my quick hold glue and hot glue, which I meant to leave the top part of those sticks unpainted so I could use wood glue, but I was in the zone and I totally forgot, and so I ended up painting over them, which is why I had to switch to the quick hold glue. And now I'm moving over to the other side to line this up, and what I did was just trace a line right there so I know where to line up that final stick. So that's what I was doing there. Now this was, it was not the sturdiest, okay, and I do go in and add some brackets to it, but that was a hot mess too, guys. I mean, in this project, I think by the time I got to this point, I was just like, you know, I'm here, I'm committed, I'm just gonna see it through. I lost the you know, the excitement was gone from it. But it didn't come out like horrible, guys. Like when I'm saying this, or whenever I say this, it's not me, you know, saying like, ugh, it's gross, it's horrible. No, that's not it at all. It's just that when that your plan doesn't get executed how you think, and it doesn't go in a good direction, it's just kind of, you're sitting here with all these question marks, like what could I have done better, what could I have done to make this work better or look better. So that's where that comes from. It's not negative in any way, it's just, what did I miss, what was my opportunity to correct this, you know. And so that's all it is. But I took some painter sticks, I cut them off camera, the little edges, and I'm going to use those to create some stability for the legs. Because, and the other thing I should have done, I should have used the thicker wood sticks from Dollar Tree, and so they have some that are a little bit thicker, but there, I haven't found any more that was this long. These are, I want to say 16.5 inches, I think, or something like that, and I haven't seen them this long, so that's why I went with these, because this is what I had in my stash. So this is where I'm going in with the brackets. I did try to put the nails in and it went all the way through the board because it was super thin, right? But I was thinking the nails would not be that long. I just underestimated, and so I probably should have used 2 boards instead of 1 to make it thicker. But again, lesson learned. And so what I opted to do, and you'll see in a few minutes, was I got the one in, it pushed up through the top of the board. I couldn't reverse it out, so I just left it. You know, I was like, it is what it is, I'm gonna just roll with it. And so then I just made the decision to go ahead and fill it in with some more quick hold and hot glue to just secure it for now. So until I, you know, until I go pull out my smaller nails, and then I'll just go back in and fix it. All right, winner chicken dinner. Whoop, whoop. All right, guys, so what I did was, since no one guessed, I made a decision that for the people who actually followed the instructions, which were to make your comment in the comment section and say that you're playing along, and so that you were interested. So that's what I did. So originally it was just going to be 2 winners, right? And now they were going to get 10 to 15 napkins each. But what I decided to do is I decided to pick the top 5, okay? And I'm gonna do that. So it's gonna be 5 winners instead of 2. So guys, look for your name here. Some of you don't have your name here or in the comments, so I'm sorry. You know, I don't want to, I can say user UN9DD, you know, so on and so forth. But if you identify it, please send me an email to craftaway222@gmail.com. You can also find it in my description box below. So just send me the email with your information so I can get the napkins out to you. If you can do it before next Friday, that would be great, because that is the day I go to the post office to mail out things. So if you could do that for me, that would be awesome. So again, this was supposed to be serious inquiries, so if you were serious about it, please go ahead and respond. If not, I would kindly ask that, you know, in the future, if you're not truly interested, to, you know, just say you're playing along but you're not interested. Okay, all right, so everybody's name, the 5 winners are going to be here. And then the other part of it was I was going to give 10 to 15 napkins, but I decided to give 26 napkins. Now you guys may ask me, how did you come up with 26 and not 25? Because I had a bundle of 25 set for you guys for the 5. And then I remembered it was a special napkin I wanted to give you, and I was like, oh shoot, I forgot to put that in there. So that's how you got to 26. All right, so yeah, I'm excited. So give me your information as soon as possible. The sooner the better. It would make life easier for me. All right, so, and I would appreciate it. I just want to say thank you guys so much, so much for playing along. Sorry about the noise in the background, guys, but I want to just say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate it. I appreciate the love. I'm so happy that I'm able to give something back to you guys in love, and thank you is all I can say. Thank you. You guys make my heart smile every week that you come back to hang with me. Every video that you comment on makes my soul happy. So thank you, lovies. All right, so we're going to go ahead and jump into project number 2. All right, so now we're going to use this 12 by 12 board I did get from Dollar Tree Plus when I was in South Carolina. All right, and you can find these at other places too, like Walmart or Michael's, Joann's, all those places. You can find this, but I have these in my stash, so I'm giving it a coat of white, pink, and pink. Oh guys, I'm so tired. White paint by Waverly. Literally, it's the white paint, and I'm just giving it a good coat just because I'm going to be laying down another napkin. And this one is actually my favorite of today, guys. Now, this is the one that it was executed as expected, even though I altered the colors a little bit. Now, I did go in with some of that pewter color paint by Craftsmart, and I got that paint from Michael's probably about 6 weeks ago or so. It was on clearance. They had a lot of paint on clearance. And I was like, okay, it was some pretty cool colors. And it was like the multi-surface paint. So I was like, I don't have a lot of that in my stash. So it's like, I'll try it. And so far, the 2 that I've tried has worked out pretty well. All right. So y'all, here's the napkin. It's a marble style napkin. Now y'all watch my magic trick. Watch it. Watch. Woo! Go, May. I been trying to do some stuff, y'all. I'm a hot mess. Oh my goodness. Oh, I just tickled myself. Yeah, I thought I was doing something. You know how they be snapping in the videos and everything be all of a sudden painted? So I was like, oh, what if I let the napkin fall and it just automatically be on there? So that's where that was going, y'all. But yeah, I'm proud of myself for doing it, editing it to that way. Hot mess. Hot mess. Oh my gosh, I'm a hot mess. All right, so I painted the legs and the side of the 12 by 12 frame in the pewter color, and I did remember to leave the tops of these bare so I could add the wood glue. I am using Gorilla wood glue along with the Gorilla hot glue, and these stay pretty sturdy. These were actually sturdier, although they're thinner than the other table. These are actually more sturdier than that one, but I'm assuming that's because I was able to use the wood glue on part of it. And that's pretty much it for this table. So I am going to just flip it over like that. Don't that almost look like a lion or tiger or something? I know, y'all. I know. I promise I'm not, I'm out. It's the imagination, guys. It gets the best of me. So what you see I'm doing here is I'm taking some horseshoes that I had from a previous DIY I did. We did a Western farmhouse collaboration, and I had those left over. And I was like, oh, maybe we should try these as handles. Yeah, I know that was a big stretch, right? But I did it, and I'm like, I wasn't too disappointed with it. Like, it wasn't completely off, but it was different because I knew it was something different. I hope that makes sense. But at the end of the day, I do think it came together okay. At first, I was thinking I should have cut off the little parts with the hook at the bottom, but I was like, I kind of like them down there. I kind of like the little dangling over. So I'm thinking maybe I'll go in and add some half beads right there to kind of break it up so it doesn't look so much like a horseshoe. I think that's what I need, but we'll see. It didn't happen here while I was recording this, but maybe I'll do that. So everything was done. Like, that's it for this piece, guys. It's like super simple. Sorry again. They're having a gathering over by my apartment. They're really loud. All right, so that was it. You guys will see that in the final reveal. I really like the way it came out. And I'm thinking about putting that in the bathroom, but my bathroom is so small, guys. Like, oh my gosh, it's so tiny. So we'll see what happens with that. Now, I'm taking two Dollar Tree wood rounds. As you can see, I covered them in some beautiful paper, one for fall, one for Christmas. Pretty much using the same decoupage technique. I painted in the same white color as I did the previous DIY. And that was literally it for this. And so what I want to do with this piece is make it interchangeable. So I want to do a high rise of it. So I have I'm taking these wood wreath rings, I think that's it, base rings or something they were called, but they had to do with the wreaths. Okay, and so I was like, oh, these will look cute on top. It'll give it some definition, give it a little bit of a oomph, if you will. And so, you know, just to bring it all together. And I liked it. I liked the way it looked on both of them. So I did paint two of those. There you have it. I don't know why. You know what? I did something funky with this recording, guys. I don't know, but it was funkier than what my normal funky is. So, But anyway, we got that done. You see me here going in, and now I'm going to paint it. I don't know. I think I hit duplicate on one of the segments or something. And when I did that, when I tried to move it over, it kept jumping around. So I think, I don't know. I think that's what happened, guys. But nonetheless, I'm sorry. All right, just work with me. So I'm painting this. You see it beforehand on the previous segment where I already was showing you how it's going to be styled. But, yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know. But anyway, so once that happens, here's the candlestick. This is the original one I was going to use. I did get that from Hobby Lobby some time ago. It was $9.99, but of course I got it during their sale, and I think I paid like $5.99, $5 something around there for it. And it's a pretty tall one. I want to say it's like 10 or 12 inches tall, but I end up not using that one. I used one that I thrifted a few years ago. So what I'm doing is taking some of the self-adhesive magnets I had in my stash, and I'm going to put 4 on here. And this is just to give you guys an idea of where my mind was going. But as I went through, the magnets were not as strong as I needed them to be. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to purchase some with a little bit more strength to them, because it did not keep it sturdy. And again, that could be because we are dealing with wood. It's not all on metal, you know, so on and so forth. But it didn't work as expected. That's the bottom line. So here I'm adding in a little bit of my quick hold glue. Now this glue is by E6000. It is a hard one to find. If I can't find it in the stores, I will order it off Amazon. I hadn't used it in a while because I don't know if they had a funky batch that was like super strong. It was just, I was unable to tolerate it, but it's been okay thus far. And so I'm just going in with that, and I'm going to go ahead and place the wood round on top of this circle. I don't know what I'm doing in the background there. I had to feed my glue stick in. I'm like, what did I do off camera? But yeah, so I'm just putting the glue in, trying to move as fast as I can before the hot glue seizes, and then, you know, that's when it becomes chunky. But it did seize a little bit, but not too much. It's still stuck together very well. It's still sticking together right now. Like, it's pretty cool. And I like it. I like the way this looks. Now you can totally add some little legs to this and have it as a low riser. But like I said, I wanted to try something different. Do a higher rise. And that way you can kind of treat it like a tier tray. If you want to put some wrapped goodies on there, you can definitely do that too. But yeah, you guys will see how I styled it. And that's pretty much it for this project. See, that's where it just popped off. I was like, yeah, no, this is not going to be good, especially if I put like any glass or anything on there. So for right now, it's like that, but I'm putting lightweight things on it. But I may end up gluing it on and then just painting the other one until a brown color to match. But that's down the road. We'll see. We'll see. And at the end of the day, I could just put smaller legs on it and keep it as a low rise. I don't know why I was going back and forth, guys. But here's our final reveal, okay? So I absolutely love the way this came out. I thought I got a better shot of the table. But I just want you guys to see the top of it. The legs, the side, it's pretty basic. Like, it's nothing extreme with this particular one. And even the little handles, I feel like they worked. All right, so here is the high riser, the one that, you know, I just wasn't a fan of. But after this, what I did was I took one of the tablecloths, not tablecloths, but table mats there, cut it down and say welcome fall, and I put that on top. So I'm thinking about Mod Podging that on over the napkin. And then I saw it like this. I was like, you know what, this is kind of cute because you can put something on top, put something under the bottom, and I can literally see that being on an entry table or actually being on the floor with little pumpkins underneath it. I think that would be so super cute. And you can even put like Halloween candy on there if you wanted to, I think, because it's a good little height to it. But here's our little high riser. The first one with fall, and here's the one with Christmas. Now this is all I had out for Christmas because I haven't pulled all my stuff out yet, and I just was not trying to go through all boxes. But this is just to give you an idea of how you can switch it out through the seasons and not have to go through a whole big rigmarole, you know, of getting that done. But yeah, and I ordered those candles back there off of Amazon. One of them switched up, it just started dimming on its own, and it was only supposed to be one style of light, but as you can clearly see, it went left on me. But yeah, so that's it, guys. So you have to let me know what you think, if you enjoyed it, you know, how you feel about this type of project. Was it good to switch up a little bit from doing all fall, or do you guys want to see more fall? Because I think I only have one more fall video up. I know I said that last time, but for sure I think I only have one left up for a challenge that I'm going to be in. But yeah, so let me know, guys, and don't forget, winners, to contact me at craftaway222@gmail.com before next Friday, okay? And thank you all for participating. I can't say it enough. I appreciate you. I love you. And you guys mean the world to me. So I want to give this to you. I want to shed some light and spread love, give love back to you as you are giving to me. Okay, so guys, all right, everybody, if you're still here taking the ride with me, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I absolutely 100% do. And if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. Okay, as I said in the beginning, those comments mean everything to me. Look at these comments, like, you guys literally talk to me, like, you share with me, and I feel like sometimes we're just sitting down having a cup of coffee, just talking, you know, via text, of course, but still we're talking. And I love it. I really, really do. You know, this is such a blessed journey that I've been on. You guys are part of that blessing, because I never thought in a million years that I would even be this far along in this journey. So I can't thank you enough. I do want to say, fall in love every day, lovies. Every day you have an opportunity to open your eyes. It's an opportunity to fall in love with at least one something that day. So find the good, the joy, the peace, the happy in everything you see, say, do, or touch. Know that that peace and joy is there waiting for you, and don't allow anyone else to steal it from you, because